I actually don't know how I feel about Once Upon a Spy. I think I actually liked it, but I didn't really care about it, and I will explain what I mean by that. This was released in 1980. It's directed by Ivan Nagy, it's written by Jimmy Sangster, and we have a cast including Ted Danson, Mary Louise Weller, and Christopher Lee. And Danson plays a computer genius, and a NASA computer has been stolen, so his character, Jack, is brought in to find out what is happening, and he works closely with Paige to try and establish what's going on. And there's a very strange scene at the beginning where they're on fairground rides, and it's a very bizarre experience from the very beginning. And IMDb doesn't list this as a comedy. It's listed as an action drama and thriller, but I found it to be quite funny, and I don't know if I was meant to. Not laugh out loud funny, but in a kind of cheesy, corny, unexpected way. So the reason I didn't like it is, well, I didn't like the narrative. I just didn't care for it. I could not care less. I wasn't invested in this story. I didn't care what happened to the computer. But everything else worked well. I liked the characters. I particularly liked Danson's character, and I don't think I'm just completely biased there. I also liked Weller's character, Paige, and in general, the characters were really interesting, and I liked watching the performances. The set designs are sometimes a little rough, but in a way that's quite charming. The music is really cheesy, but really good. The same for the costumes, and I just thought it had a really great atmosphere. But it definitely feels very cheesy. And based on the information online, well, IMDb, my primary source for this, it doesn't seem like that's what they were going for. Maybe they were, but certainly I enjoyed it because of those elements, but I didn't enjoy the story. So I don't think it's a great film, but I enjoyed the experience, which I guess is what counts. I guess it depends on what their goal was. And if they were trying to make this fascinating, high-tech film, then no, not necessarily. That's not what's being presented. But if they wanted to make something cheesy and fun, then I think it's a success. So I genuinely don't know what their aim was, but I have to say, maybe for the right reasons, maybe for the wrong reasons, I think I enjoyed Once Upon a Spy. Could not care less about the narrative. But everything else, I actually thought it was pretty decent. So if you're looking for something that's maybe a little cheesy, a little rough around the edges, but with some really great characters and performances, some really fun set designs, give it a go. It's not a perfect film in some regards, but I can't deny that actually I thought Once Upon a Spy was a pretty interesting experience.